So once all the legal paperwork stuff is done, you can start focusing a little bit more on the actual cool stuff and the business. So one of the things which we covered off in setting up the business was the fact of thinking about kind of what services you want to offer and what industries you want to operate in. Now is the time to take that a little bit further. Now, the most important thing with any industry or any even particular digital marketing service can actually be split out into additional layers, as it were. And those layers, again, apply to you. Now, those different layers fall into kind of 3 different areas. Now, the first is actually saying, my service is there to do the work for you. So to give you an example, if a client comes along and is interested in social media, you could say to them, number 1, I can do your social media for you. The second option is consultancy. So using that same example, if a client comes along, you can say to them, I will give you the strategic input that you need so that you can do this work yourself. Or thirdly, you can do training as well. So if that same client was to come along, you could say, I'm not actually going to do the work for you. I'm going to come in and I'm going to teach your teams or teach you as to how you can do this work yourself. Now, ultimately, whichever of those 3 routes you go down is up to you. Each of those routes has different advantages and disadvantages and can be priced differently. Some people might love just being up in front of a group of people, being able to teach them because it's really satisfying when people just get it. Other people might just want to, power through the work and just get it done. Whereas others might like seeing that macro level view from a consultancy basis. Ultimately, it is up to you as to which you'd like to do. But go out and explore the different options. And the easiest way to do this is literally just to Google whatever it is you might be interested in. So for example, if you were interested in, say, PPC for Google Ads, you can go out and just look at other freelance PPC people. You can just Google freelance PPC trainers and see what sort of packages trainers are offering, or indeed just put in freelance PPC consultants and see what comes up there as well, just to get a bit of a feel for how they're positioning themselves, what they do, what they don't do, what they explain. Because all this will ultimately help to build up how you are going to position yourself in the market when it actually comes to marketing your services and your work. Now, again, with all of this, you don't have to do one or the other. You can do all 3, or you could just do one. And ultimately, you can change it as well. Now, for me personally, I don't do as much training as I used to. Now, I used to do quite a lot of small group social media work and stuff on content marketing. But ultimately, I've come back from that because I've realized that actually it doesn't fit one of my overall goals, which eventually is to go traveling. If I go traveling, I can't physically be in the same building as someone in a different country. So I've kind of withdrawn that service and tend to do most of just direct work and occasionally consultancy as well. Because again, that ticks all the boxes for me and what I enjoy doing and what I'm good at, but also because it helps achieve those overall business objectives for me. So although you might have established that you want to pursue one service over another, and that therefore you might want to look at PPC over SEO, remember that you can split that out into various different types of almost sub-services and see if any of them appeal as well.